Hello and welcome. This is Patrick from Side Solutions. Today I'll be doing a demo for you for the banking and general ledger module of FrontAccounting. First, maybe to give you an overview of what the module offers. The module can be safely considered as the core of the system because it contains a chart of accounts. One of the things that it also does is maintenance of bank accounts and related transactions. You're also able to enter journal entries which are not captured in the other systems or in other modules directly through this module. Then you are able to do most of the reporting. That is for things like balance sheets, profit and loss. All this with a drill down to be able to access or to see the transaction at a lower level. So now on to the demo itself. The landing page for this module is a dashboard. So it gives you a summary or high level view of the performance of your system or of your accounts. On the one hand, you can see the class balances for the 4 standard classes and what they have in column format. The same information is also given in pie chart format, so you can see it in percentages. Your bank accounts and their balances at a glance, and then the last 5 weeks performance also at a glance. In this case, we can see the sales and costs. Now on to accessing the various functions. You see, just like the other modules, you have them grouped into 3. They are the transactions, inquiries and reports, then the maintenance. Maintenance is where you maintain your chart of accounts, you maintain your currencies, exchange rates, bank accounts, and some of these GL transactions. Let's have a look at what you have in the chart of accounts. You see, when you come to accounts, you have, that's where you define the groups, the classes, and the actual accounts. So you can see, like now we have to define more, like now you already have 12 groups. You can add another group, but then you have to say what class does it belong to. So this is where you specify which class it is. Similarly, you can do the same for accounts, GL accounts, the groups, and you can create bank accounts. You can create quick entries and account tags. Now, next we'll go to the transactions. This is where you have direct payments. You are paying your suppliers, deposits from various sources. Could be advance deposit from customers, it could be deposit from paying customers, it could also be deposit from shareholders who are capitalizing the business. You also are able to do bank account transfers from one account to another, journal entries that I mentioned before, budget entries, then reconciliation of bank accounts. Now you can just look at one transaction, like if you're doing a payment, you specify the date, the reference, automatic reference, who are you paying to. It can be to a customer, to a supplier, maybe you are paying some overpayments or refunding some overpayments, quick entry, and then in reference to what, from which bank account are you paying, In this case, we have 4 bank accounts. We have a current account, we have another bank account there, we have a petty cash one, we have a mobile money one, and then you also outline the payment items and you process the payment. Now, once the transactions have been entered, and of course you realize that a lot of other transactions which come into the GL are captured from these other modules like sales, purchases, inventory, according to how you've defined your chart of accounts. If you go to inquiries and reports, you find now you'll have journal inquiries, you'll have bank account inquiries, tax inquiries, trial balance, balance sheets. You can look at one, maybe a balance sheet. The balance sheets, you see the assets, the liabilities, and the return. And for this, you can drill down. What are the current assets? Checking account, cash account, petty cash, trading account, accounts receivables. You can even drill down further in maybe like accounts receivables. You see what constitutes of the figure that you are seeing under that account. Even further, for a customer payment, you'd want to see what the actual details are, and you can see now we're able to go to the lowest level of the transaction that contribute to the higher figure, and that's what we are referring to our capability for drill down. And that's the same for these other queries like profit and loss. Then you have even for this you can tell where this revenue is coming from. You have sales and now specific sales. I can tell from this you don't have for the period that you have selected, but you can try and see whether you can see more specific sales. Yes. Yeah, and again you can drill out to the lowest level of transaction until you get to where you cannot drill any further. That's the beauty of the reporting function having a drill down capability. Then the other kind of reporting is like now the printable formats. Here, like now if you want to list the chart of accounts and you want to have a record of it, you can show it through this format. Yeah, here it is, and you can print it if you need to. For banking, you can show the bank statement. What bank do you want, bank account do you want to print the statement for, and for what dates. You can try to go for last month to see whether we have any transactions for that account. And there you go. So you can list, you can print this if you want. And you can actually also output it to a file. You can put it to an Excel if you want to make some manipulations. And this is the same for all these other reports. Profit and loss, if you want to do some more manipulations, so you can put it in Excel. It's downloaded here and you can look at it. So finally, you come back to where we started, the landing page where you have at a glance report of how your banking and general ledger book of accounts looks like. So that's it for now. Thank you for listening. Welcome until next time.